All right, and I just gotta say, um, this is really just throw this out for a very special comment, I guess. And I really meant it. I'm sorry for your loss, and that's tough because I went through Watson on since I started this deal. So instead of trying to find a way to write it in my comments, I understand all too well my everyday companion. I lost him right around Christmas, so I do. My heart goes out for your loss. And now, it's not connected to the song, that's all separate. This is just a up there. I just can't believe I haven't done it yet. Whew, gotta be honest. Love this song.
You see me now, veteran of 1,000 psychic wars. I've been living on the edge so long, where the winds of limbo roar. And I'm young enough to look at, and far too old to see. All the scars are on the inside. I'm not sure that there's anything left to me. Don't let
Right there. I've for as long as I've known this song, and I always took BOC with a grain of salt. The whole occult side of it, right? I really did. I don't care. I just like the music. This line, it always, I mean, for me, it was always about resonating with my own personal inner scars and that kind of. Oh, I just love this line.
roar, and I'm young enough to look at, and far too old to see. All the scars are on the inside. I'm not sure that there's anything left to me. Don't let these shakes go on. It's time we had a break from it. It's time we had some leave. We've been living in the flames. We've been eating up our brains. Oh, please don't let these shakes go on. You ask me why I'm weary, why I can't speak to you. You blame me for my silence, say it's time I changed and grew. But the war's still going on, dear, and there's no end that I know. And I can't say it forever. I can't say if we're ever gonna be free. Don't let these shakes go on. It's time we had a break.
Now, I understand. I reiterate. I find it to be fiction, right? But then this is like the Hammerfall stuff. Sure, it's fiction, but it draws upon things that are deeper, in my personal opinion. How would I go on? I would find a way. I mean, I guess I should stock up on batteries now. 'Cause certain soundtracks, certain sounds, certain lines in certain songs, they'll fill me with the want and desire to continue. speak to a deeper place, an intangible virtue that I don't always know I've got, but then that certain note and word hit it, and I go, oh yeah, that's right. Self perseverance, or some sort of inability to want to give up. I don't know if I'm making much sense to you right now, because I think it's the other side of the being broken. You know, I mean, sure, I have all my own internal scars, like I relate to that too. But it's like, I don't know. I think maybe the whole thing is like post-traumatic stress, but from a sci-fi point of view. You know what I mean? So you get to address all these kind of realistic topics, but from a point of view where you can, not exaggerate, but take poetic license.
I can't say if we're ever gonna be free.
That's what I mean. So the difference is when he says, I don't know if I have my own personal answer is what I'm trying to get at. I know that choice is going to be, I guess, personal to many people.
I can't say if we're ever gonna be free. Don't let these shakes go on. It's time we had a break from it. It's time we had to leave. We've been living in the flames. We've been eating out our brains. Oh, please don't let these shakes go on. You see me.
We're going to go back and listen to the solo again, because it really made me think of, if you know Budgie, the Parents, the bird squeal. I think that's Parents, isn't that Parents? I'll link it at the end. I think it's that one. Really made me think of that. At the very least, it made me go, ooh, that's a good personal double shot. I think I'm going to put that on when I'm done here. Because I got to, you got to render the little video and upload it. And I got to kill a few minutes because I can't. I don't like to do reactions when I'm uploading because, uses a lot of CPU power. That's as technical as I can get. Ange explains that I'm screwed if I do too many things at once. That helped me lose my place, so I think we'll just go back to solo. Yeah, it makes me think of a double shot with Budgie.
Oh, please don't let these shakes go on.
Opinions are all I'm made of. Ugh. Fuck. It's just a strong line in my personal opinion. All opinions are for entertainment purposes only. This is Roland Green's take on Veterans of Psychic War, not yours. I don't mean that disrespectfully, especially if you're into the whole thing. I'm probably screaming to someone behind you. I have a hard time some days. Should not focus on the negatives, but by overcoming the negatives, I can embrace the positives. That's as deep as I get on that subject, but that's the reason. Because I can't pretend. I don't like faking it. So sometimes I'm talking to the hater. Like, hey, I love Veterans of Psychic Wars, mostly because it's a radio song, and I've heard 1,000 other reactors do it. I'm going to hear this guy do it. Wow, he's weird. Yeah, because you know what I did yesterday or 2 months ago? It might connect to this moment. It just might. I can't help it. I mean, this literally, here, why are we here right now? This song has nothing to do with wanting to mourn someone's loss, right? I have. But then the scars are on the inside and wounds are all we're made of. And some of the deep feelings that we carry for our furry loved ones, no, maybe it does work. And sometimes it's so hard to get over that stuff. And I know I got my little Wattses. Like, I mean, Roland rolls around with a picture of his cat on his phone. Just my boy. But that's what I mean. It's your first time here. Holy crap, what kind of surreal moment is this? But if you're one of the handful of people that I've connected with because we love our pets, well, then the whole thing might mean something different to you. And then and there's my explanation and reasoning for why I always seem like I'm yelling at someone. It's not the people I'm trying to connect with. I hopefully explained that part so they're already connected with me or sitting in the seat with me. You know? I've explained who my personal co-pilot is, but the seat's always available for my friends. Just saying. I don't like the haters, because things like this. I want to address the fair weather fans because we're trying to get a little something deeper out of this right now. So I hope you're enjoying it. At the same time, put some thoughts out there to the people who have loss in their life. From pets to humans. I'm not trying to make a distinction. I want to focus on loss. That's what we need remedy or relief from, is the loss. The specific details are always personal.
You see me now, veteran of 1,000 psychic wars. My energy is spent at last, and my armor is destroyed. I have used up all my weapons, and I'm helpless and bereaved. Wounds are all I'm made of. Did I hear you say that this is victory?
That line following it is what makes the whole thing. Because then it's like, I don't know, okay, this is a movie thing. This is a completely... So if you've ever seen... I'm not a big fan of Stephen King movies and stuff like that, but The Mist. The first time I hadn't read the book. I just saw the movie, and that ending, the first time, just tears your heart out and throws it against the wall. It's so incredibly moving, in my personal opinion. This line right here is the same kind of deal, and I got to hear this when I was a kid. all of that sorrow, all of that distress. I'm just destroyed. I'm nothing but wounds. It's over. It's done. I made it. You know, that whole wow.
Did I you say that this is victory? Don't let these shakes go on. It's time we had a break from it. Send me to the rear, where the tides of madness swell and been sliding into hell. Oh, please don't let these shakes go on. Don't let these shakes go on. Don't let these shakes go on.
And as always, everything is not, you don't have to take it to heart, but they do go on. If the hidden metaphor meaning is post-traumatic stress is being destroyed by, well, in this case, psychic wars, but any veteran status, any chaos or loss, all these things can create holes in us. And finding a way to deal with those holes is important, but remembering they're going to come with you, that's huge too. I'm not going to get all goofy over Watson, but I probably could. Hell, Pablo, he got into the trash last week, and he was sick for a day. I worried like you wouldn't believe. I'm not in a position to just run him out, you know. I can't just instantly drop him off at the vet and hope for the best, and I don't got that kind of fluidity in my life. So I have country living. The right feral cat shows up at my door, I got a new cat. That was why it was a struggle to get my dad a dog, because the two best dogs they'd ever owned just showed up at our doorstep. It's a long story, but basic. I live by a boat launch, and it'd break your heart if you knew how many dirtbags just drop off their animals. And we did our best to take in some, because I got a lot of love for the furry four-legged friends. I like people. Ange would argue with me right now if she was here. I try to like people for the most part. There's evidence of it everywhere. But I really love the furry creatures. I relate to them. And it turns out Ange doesn't like to be scratched behind the ears as much as Pablo does. Have a great day.